Guess where we are? We're at Wolf Creek Indian Village in Bastian, Virginia. Now the Cherokee, or Iroquois, lived in heavily forested areas like this. They got a lot of variety of trees and plants, and they hunted probably deer and other animals that they could find, anything edible, I guess. And they would probably drink from a creek down there like that. You might have to boil it or something to purify it, but they also gathered nuts and berries to eat for food, and probably a lot of other foods as well. We've got really cool looking rocks here on this little trail. Probably use this to barricade it. And another sign of hunting deer. And they lived in these little houses. Got a area in the top where they can let the smoke out. So this is probably one of their places that they would be in here. Looks like they're constructing another one of those houses right there. Looks like these would have been made out of maybe animal skins or something. As you can see, it's not, but probably from bark of trees in the area. You can see they all got the same little dome structure, I guess. More animal skins.
The difference between teepee and a wigwam. A lot of people ask me about that one. Teepee, you can pick it up and carry it with you. Plains Indians, most of the time, when we think Native Americans, we think teepees. Okay, they didn't all live in teepees. That was usually out west. The ones out west lived in teepees because they could pick them up and carry them with them because they followed the game, like buffalo. Here, they had a fairly good, abundant source of food in the immediate area, so they had permanent dwellings. These things, basically, once they were up, they were designed to be lived in. They stayed here about 5 to 7 years and then moved on. There was anywhere from 50 to 100 people in this village, usually about 12 to 15 to a wigwam. That's a lot of people. But like I said, they were here about 5 to 7 years, and then they just moved on. They may have used the site several times. Maybe have stayed here a while, all the resources dwindled, they'd move out for a while, let everything grow back, then they'd move back.
How did the climate affect how they lived here?
It depends. You realize with this interstate being here, the climate back in 1215 AD and the climate now is two different things. The weather patterns have changed, the way the vegetation, all that has changed. We pretty much here, we get all 4 seasons. So you've got your healthy amount of summer, winter, all that. Usually in the wintertime, these things were made out of tree bark and animal hide. The panels could be removed. In the summertime, usually, they could take the panels off of these. They could remove them in sections so they could ventilate it very well. They also usually had, where I said they had partial hides on the bottom of these, most of the time they could take the hides and lift them up, okay, like flaps, and it would circulate the air underneath. So if they had a fire going, it would help circulate the air. Where they were built out of tree bark, usually it kept it very dark inside. Very cool, but still very dark inside. These were made out of fiberglass. They let a lot of sunlight in, so they heat up quite a bit. That's a radical difference from what theirs would have been. Most of the time, they kept their doors extremely small so they could minimize, or they could maximize the heat inside of them. Usually they wrap up in furs and keep a fire going constantly in there as far as temperature changes. And like I said, in the summertime, they would take these off the panels and they would ventilate it as they needed it. Yeah. Usually, they would replace their wigwams about once every 3 years. Thank you for coming to Wolf Creek Indian Village. Located here in Bastian, Virginia. Okay.
The highway.
Yep, in the highway. We hope to see you again. I hope this helps you out. It's just a little bit of a taste of what we do.
Sorry. Wolf Creek Indian Village and Museum. That's where we were.